Good morning and happy Thursday, or as I like to call it, Friday, Junior. We are one day closer to the weekend, and we are in store for a rather quiet but gloomy day ahead of us with cloudy skies lingering and some pockets of fog across the area this morning. Now, here's what it looks like looking out from Bethany Lutheran College in Mankato. Again, not a whole lot going on. The rain has come and gone. We're sitting at about a third of an inch here at the station. I will not have a list of official totals until a little bit later this morning. So be on the lookout for that. I should have them in the next update again later this morning. But I know here at the station at KEYC News in North Mankato, we're sitting at a third of an inch. Now, looking outside, you can see it is just rather flat and gloomy. We've got low-level clouds. We've got some fog out there leading to a little bit of reduced visibility depending on where you are. As you can see here in Mankato, not too bad, but other areas are seeing some drastically reduced visibility. For example, we're sitting at 3 miles of visibility in St. James, with 3 miles of visibility as well in Blue Earth, but only a mile and a half in Albert Lee, with a mile of visibility in Austin. We're down to 2.5 miles of visibility in Fairmont as well as in Algona, with 5 miles of visibility in Waseca and Windham as well as out by Slayton. So what this shows is that there's a lot of fog out there, but is it super thick? Not entirely across the area. It is more so what we consider pockets of fog. So some areas may be a-okay, or maybe just a very minor hint of fogginess while you travel east or west, or maybe north or south. You might come into an area with some thicker fog. So just something to keep your mind on this morning. And as always, slow down, take your time, and make sure that your headlights are on. You do not need your brights or high beams. I know you're going to sit there and be like, well, I can see better. Not when you've got some thicker fog out there. When you have thicker fog and you put your high beams or your brights on, what that's going to do is that fog is very reflective. So you put those high beams on, you hit that reflective fog, and now that reflective fog is going to reflect those lights back at you at a higher rate because of them being brighter. So the lower the lights are, the better. Now, you still need your headlights. Running lights or fog lights are not enough in these kinds of conditions, but to have your headlights on is the way to go. And again, you do not need your brights or high beams on. I know in typical conditions, normal, quiet conditions, it does help, but in foggy conditions, it actually does quite the opposite. Satellite radar imagery showing that we have seen those showers clear out of the area, and we are now just dealing with some lingering cloud coverage this morning, and that's going to stick around through the day. Temperature-wise, we are mainly in the 40s across the area. As you can see, the lowest we have is about 40 degrees in Worthington and Slayton. We're sitting at 42 degrees here in Mankato as well as in Blue Earth and Estherville, Redwood Falls, and Hutchinson. The warmest we have is up to 44 degrees down by Spencer. Winds have shifted from yesterday and are now coming out of the north-northwest anywhere from 5 to about 15 miles an hour. So you can guess that is leading to a little bit of a wind chill. So it feels more like the mid to upper 30s out there. So a little bit of a difference in what it feels like outside versus what those temperatures are reading. So again, what this means is that you should have some sort of light jacket or sweater, sweatshirt as you head out the door. You don't need something super thick. You might not even need the hat and gloves this morning, but something to keep you a little bit on the warmer side because there is that chill in the air. Now, as we take a look at your hour-by-hour forecast, we are looking at rather cloudy skies for the first half of the day with some pockets of sunshine making their way in by the later afternoon hours as temperatures rise to a high of 47 degrees. So in total, even though it's going to be rather flat and gloomy and dull out there, overall condition-wise, we are going to be very seasonal for this time of year. Tonight, we are going to see more areas of fog develop as well as those crisp temperatures returning as we drop to a low of 35 degrees by tomorrow morning. Now, speaking of tomorrow, we are looking at a high of 50 degrees with decreasing clouds. Rain chances are very minimal going through the next several days, but we are tracking that low pressure system that's going to move through next week. As of right now, again, it's still looking like a rather strong pressure system that's going to bring in some rain and maybe even some mixed precipitation because a cold front is going to be associated with that low pressure system. As they move through, temperatures through next week are expected to drop, which is why we could see a little bit of a rain-snow mix at times through the middle to end of next week. Now, taking a look at your extended forecast, you can see that we are looking at those low to mid 50s between tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then as we go into next week, that low pressure system is going to move in by Tuesday or late Monday night, actually, bringing in a chance of showers on Tuesday as well as that cold front moving throughout Tuesday. That's going to lead to a drop in temperatures for the rest of next week, as we're looking at highs anywhere in the mid to upper 30s, which is why we could see a little bit of a rain snow mix at times on Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe even Friday of next week. Again, though, that's still several days away, so we are watching that closely, as there could be some changes made with that going into early next week. But as of right now, that's kind of what it's looking like. And as always, we will continue to keep you updated on what that low pressure system is looking like doing as we do get closer to that system, or that system, I should say, gets closer to us. That's actually all I have for you guys this morning. Again, I will have a look at your rain totals from yesterday across the area later this morning, so be on the lookout for that. You can catch me here a little bit later this morning as well for another digital forecast, as well as catching Cato Living later on today at 4 p.m., as well as KEYC News Now tonight at 5, 6, and 10 p.m.